This one is for everybody out there who wants to grow, wants to achieve, and has a dream, but has been told to be patient. Whether it's physically, financially, or spiritually, we all want to grow. But like you, I've been told many times to be patient. But nobody tells you how difficult being patient actually is. Nobody will tell you how difficult it is to get back into shape, to get yourself back together after a breakup, or climbing out of a depression. Nobody will tell you how difficult it is to chase your dreams, because we all struggle with being patient. And nobody really knows how to do it, because patience is not something we're born with. And like all the important things in life, you have to learn it by failing over and over again. And the reason I've been writing about patience is a recent coaching session, and I saw myself in my coachee, ready to take over the world, but blinded by impatience. I don't yet master being patient, but when you look at patience from a different standpoint, you can learn a lot of things about it. And over the years, I've gained a couple of insights that helped me in understanding and finding a different perspective about patience. What's special about this video is that besides for you, I've made this one for myself too, to keep reminding myself to be patient, that my journey will be long, but in the end, it will all be worth it. And there will be a moment when thoughts of disbelief, frustrations, and uncertainty make you wonder whether continuing your path is really worth it. And that's the moment where you might choose to let it go. But being patient does not mean doing nothing. Being patient is taking action, but focusing on the action rather than the result. I hope watching this video can change your mind. Don't give up on your dreams, because some things might not go as fast as you like, because other people seem to go faster. For everybody out there who's been told to be patient, one day you'll understand why. But for now, I'm here to remind you that you look back over this period and understand that you needed every step of the way, that it allowed you to become the best version of yourself. So please, don't give up. You're in the right path. Really wanting something, trying to achieve a goal, and believing in a dream is not a bad thing. It's amazing. What I do believe is that impatience becomes a problem when you want things, but you're not ready yet. And when we ask ourselves why we are impatient, we'll find out that the biggest source of impatience is our insecurity. And I've been there as well. So I've learned that we lose patience when we do it for the wrong goals. It's called losing patience for a reason. Because you will always lose. You will lose if you take the shortcuts. You will lose if you don't give the things the time to grow. You will lose if you're doing it to prove other people wrong. You see, losing patience takes more energy than being patient, because it takes you far away from your path, and shortcuts never lead anywhere significant. So it's better to go patient somewhere than to go impatient nowhere. But the way to become more patient is not trying to prove anyone wrong. You have to do this one for yourself, and you have your whole life to do it. It's important to become aware that you're getting impatient. Ask yourself why you are impatient. An indicator might be justifying your progress to others. But let me tell you one thing, you don't have to justify anything to anybody, because it's your journey. And most common, judging other people on the progress they're making. Whenever you find yourself being impatient, ask yourself, how is this feeling of impatience helping me achieve? It's important to find the things that trigger you into impatience. Find out when, what, and whom you're with when you lose your patience. Something I've learned over the years is to speak about your dream and surround yourself with the right people. People who encourage you, but are honest with you. Those who share constructive feedback so you can move forward with clarity. The right people who know your dreams but respect them and understand that important things take time. Become aware of your impatience. Surround yourself with the right people and find those triggers and act on them. Because the difference between who you are and who you want to become is what you do. And being patient is something we all struggle with, because our society is conditioned to want things immediately. Because how can we be patient when you have almost everything you want by just ordering online? Because the world we live in today is a world of instant gratification. Our shopping, our news, our food, anything about our daily lives happens instantaneously, thanks to the internet. We live on autopilot, hunting for short-term success. But when daily things are going faster, it makes anything that doesn't seem to go slow. So maybe this moment right here is a time to understand that things that really matter, that we really want, that are so unique, like a skill set, success, friendship, love, and happiness, take time. And they should, because imagine those things were like ordering online. We would definitely take them for granted. And maybe that's the real thing we're struggling with. Understanding that anything meaningful in our lives take time. Maybe they're hard to achieve, and maybe they even seem impossible. But I know one thing, they're worth waiting for. They definitely are. Something I've learned over the years is that we lose patience when we believe we don't make the progress we should be making. But let me tell you one thing, You'll never be satisfied with your progress when you keep comparing yourself to the progress someone else is making. So don't let the internet rush you, because nobody is posting their failures. I just want to remind you that you shouldn't worry about the pace of your life. Whenever you feel like things aren't going fast enough, give yourself the credit for how far you've already come. Because we human beings tend to focus so much on the distance to the goal instead of focusing on the road we've already traveled. So allow yourself to be a work in progress for the rest of your life. Because it's not about the big things, it's actually never about the big things. Because I have learned that the most important progress we make is found in the smallest, seemingly insignificant things, over and over again. Please remember that there is no timetable the 7 billion of us must follow. I want you to know that you're moving exactly the right pace you're supposed to be moving. So please, you're exactly who you are and where you need to be. And something we've all seen on social media as someone who shows you the secret to make money without doing anything at all. These get-rich-quick schemes are dangerous because they are creating a wrong image of success. This creates an idea that we can achieve success overnight. And deep down, we know that that's not how success works. Because success isn't about intensity, but consistency. We focus so much on the summit that we often forget to see the mountain. We overestimate what we can do in a year, and we underestimate what we can do in a decade. So maybe it's not about the short term, but it's about the long run, the journey. Because those who we admire, those who achieved, once were in the same shoes as you are right now. And people will never tell you why patience is so important. But being patient is an act of self-love. It's choosing to ignore current pleasure for bigger rewards in the future. It's loving yourself enough to give yourself the time to learn everything you need to achieve anything you want when the time is ready. But something magical starts to unfold when you start focusing on your own journey. When the path of others doesn't trouble your sight, you have a clear vision of where you want to go and who you want to be. Don't let anyone's opinion about success make you feel like you're on the wrong path. Your journey may look different, but it's a good thing, because it is. There's only one right story. Yours. What if we meet again on the last day of your life, and I ask you, what about that dream you once told me about? And you tell me that you've stopped chasing because you didn't achieve it fast enough, because of impatience. How would you feel? Let me ask you a question. What's worse, trying to be patient or living your life filled with regret? And whenever you think about quitting, be grateful instead. Be grateful for everyone supporting you on your journey. And I want to take this moment right here to thank you for watching. Because when we post something, we don't always understand how lucky we are when someone is watching. So I want you to know that I'm so grateful for your support, that you took your precious time to watch this video. I'm privileged, and it really means the world to me. You'll never be taken for granted. So let's be patient. Let's never stop chasing our dreams because things might not go fast enough. Let's make our mark on this world, one step at a time. You've got one life. Go take it. It's yours.